What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we have another Game of Thrones, a card game, 2nd edition video for you from the Battles of Summerhall. Brought to you by these awesome backers from patreon.com/Rob's Gaming Table. We got Alex playing Martell Fealty versus Brad playing Night's Watch Banner of the Wolf. So I think this is the third time we've seen this Night's Watch Banner of the Wolf business. We've seen Alex playing this Fealty deck in the past on this video series from Battles of Summerhall in Duluth, Georgia.
Okay, so
5 rounds of Swiss. Cut to the top 8 for draft pods for a couple rounds, and then a top 8 or a top 4 cut to a melee table was how this tournament was done. So I got a couple games from the draft coming up on the channel. Did not get the melee, some camera issues. Thanks to Daniel Trouse for sending these videos over. Thanks to Steve for running the event. Thanks for the Wasteland Gaming for hosting this tournament. And this, I believe, is a top table for the Swiss. Both players undefeated.
Ready?
So we got long playing into Time of Plenty.
Sounds good. I have initiative. You can go first.
That's a Robar Royce, a Rose Road set up on the Night's Watch side. I'm not sure which start card that is. I'll find out shortly. And then on the other side, we have a Bastard Daughter, Knights of the Sun, Rose Road, and Flea Bottom for the Martell player. Ocean Road marshaled for the Night's Watch player. So we have Steward of the Wall marshaled in for the Night's Watch player. And Bran Stark's out there now to help protect from some events. And Ward will take the Bastard Daughter over to the side of the Night's Watch player.
Go ahead.
And it sounds like over to the Martell player for his marshalling now.
Does she not know attachments? She's crazy. What? So we'll take 4, 5.
And Desert Scavenger put into play. So it's a Bear Island host on the Stark side. Finally figured out which, force, strength, military, and power Stark card it is. 'Cause that's basically all of them. It's got Bestow 3, no attachments. It's Army, House Mormont, non-unique. Action, discard 1 gold from Bear Island host to choose a House Mormont character until the end of the phase. That character does not kneel when declared as an attacker in a military challenge. So I'm assuming it can choose itself. Makes sense. So we see a Green Blood Trader marshaled on the Martell side. And a Venomous Blade.
Venomous Blade. Put a poison token.
Looking to kill Bran with some poison by the end of marshalling.
Stop that. Many. And then, sorry, last thing. A coin, condemned, no attachment.
So yeah, you try to put the power icon removing attachment, condemn, onto the Bear Island host, but no attachments on that. And no attachments on Sir Waymar Royce, I'm sure, except weapon. Or Sir Robar Royce. Waymar Royce, Robar Royce, Waymar Royce.
It's gonna go unopposed. I have a reaction to losing. Sure. Any reactions?
So he gets 1 from the long plan. We got his Viper's Eyes. Losing the challenge. Not sure if it was military power. We'll find out in a second here. See Mutiny at Crash's Creep. We got Varys. It's down to he's got his options: Mutiny, Ward, or Varys. I'm sure he doesn't care too much about Mutiny. Ward's annoying, but not too permanent. But it's going to be Mutiny, actually, not the Varys. Interesting. Maybe he's thinking Brad has enough invested in his board that Varys won't really happen. And it probably doesn't really hurt the Martell player too much since he's playing Varys, I think. And he's not worried about big boards at all, as we've seen in his last game. And we have an intrigue challenge here with the Steward at the wall. The Green Blood Trader has +1 off of Venomous Blade, so can block for 2. No defenders. Takes 1 from the long plan. Looks like he's okay at losing 1 from hand. And he loses a Iron Bank as it's due.
That will be it for me. I'm shuffling that still. Let's go Intrigue.
So Intrigue with the Green Blood Trader, 2 strength, going in unopposed. Just looking to grab that Varus or that ward, gets an Ocean Road, not what he's looking for.
Yes, it's economy. And then we'll go power of 4.
And Power Challenge with Knights of the Sun, 4 strength. Blocked by Sir Waymar.
So my win, it's...
So he claims 1, no unopposed. Obviously, the Knights of the Sun do not have Renown yet until there's at least 3 plots in the use pile.
Sure. I'll spend 3.
Uh-oh. Second Venomous Blade. Here we go. Steward of the Wall getting targeted by a Venomous Blade here in challenges. So that long plan, not looking to save that gold. He looks to spend that in that same turn.
Very stealthily avoiding that passive daughter.
And Dominus will go to the Night's Watch player.
You go on.
So we should have more videos coming up from Summerhall. Make sure you subscribe for that. Got some L5R videos coming up from some tournaments. And hopefully some Worlds 2017 coverage, so stay tuned to the channel. And make sure you subscribe, slap that like button, hit that notification alarm bell, whatever button it is besides the subscribe button, because normally YouTube does not notify you every time a video is posted, but that will notify you when new videos go up and when we go live, so you do not miss it.
Cards in hand? 4. Okay. Ready?
So counting coppers into Varus Riddle. Nice hit on that for the Martell player.
You can go first.
I know, man. You keep totally the right cards. I had the Leviathan. I had a Leviathan and Cyclops in my hand every time, waiting on you in case you guys are.
So he gets the Underground Vault and play on the Night's Watch side.
Yeah, sure. Okay, it is turn.
He's gonna be able to trigger that to get 2 gold.
You let him add 2 gold?
Yep.
We will. Is your discard pile?
Sure thing. Currently empty.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's
So with 3 gold left there, and Brad on the left there asking to see the discard pile. Probably has a Yorn in hand he was thinking of using maybe. Maybe a Guarding at the Realm. So we get a Winterfell Steward played using an Ocean Road. And then 3 gold played for Maester Aemon. Looking to save Night's Watch characters from Military Claim.
That will kneel the wall.
And over to the Martell player Alex for his marshalling. Collecting 6 gold.
Pass, keep 6.
Oh, wow. Martell player is going to save 6 gold here going into the challenges phase. He's got a Hota he's going to use to prevent a challenge from going through. Maybe use it to win and or hit his opponent back. Power challenge coming in with Winterfell Steward. See what's up. Maybe there's a his Viper's Eyes.
That's gonna go unopposed.
So no defenders. Claims the power, gets unopposed. Sounds like no reactions on that. No his Viper's Eyes. The other thing is maybe there's a Last of the Giants into Varys happening on the Martell side here in Dominance. Maybe he's saving that some gold for that. Maybe he's got some tricks here. But yeah, obviously didn't want to put characters in play. So Southron Messenger's jumping into play. Bastard Daughter's going back to its owner's hand. And Ward falls off, goes to the discard pile. Interesting. So that military challenge is null and void. No defenders on the Martell side there, and nobody wins it. Nothing happens.
Okay.
And it sounds like a pass over to the Martell player here.
Intrigue.
So Intrigue, 2 strength. Mace Raymond's there. Could block the unopposed, but do we have Dolorous Ed in the hand of the Night's Watch player ready to jump in here? House card is standing. It's possible. No, it sounds like it's unopposed.
Unopposed.
And a ward grabbed on claim. I'm sure he's happy about that grab. So 2 wards in the discard pile now.
Power of 7.
And a 7 strength power challenge. Or +1 off those venomous blades there to those characters. And the Bear Island host will block for 4.
Okay. So my win. Claim. I think that's a pass.
And dominance to the Night's Watch player. So we're at 4 power to 3 for the Night's Watch player.
Alright, I have hand limit of 7, so I'm going to have to discard down to that. I've got 4, 8, 10. 3 cards are going.
So Martell player's 3 cards over his taxation card limit of 7 there. Obviously hitting that counting coppers was great for him, sort of, but he didn't really marshal anything, so he's going to have to get rid of some of his toys.
So I'm discarding Aereo, Dorner Spy, Bastard Daughter.
So I'm betting he's sitting on... Oh no, never mind. He's not sitting on another Aereo Hotel like I was about to say. I just realized Flea Bottom's out there. So he put some juicy Flea Bottom targets in there, like the Dornish Spy and Aereo Hota. They are pretty great when they come in from the discard pile for 1 gold instead of marshaled or ambushed from your hand for much more than 1 gold.
I have initiative. You can go first.
Okay.
So Night's Watch player chosen to go first by the Martell player, playing Fallen from Favor into Varys Riddle. So they're both going to have to sack a character here. Winterfell Steward gets sacked on one side.
Sacrifice, and then I'm going.
I'm assuming a Bastard Daughter, or sorry, Greenblood Trader is going to get sacked on the other side to get a Venomous Blade back in hand for the Martell player. So he's able to marshal that right back out and target another character, maybe Aemon, to get him to have to kneel to save himself.
Eventually have all this.
So Brad's going to play 2 for an Underground Vault, pay for itself right away.
I see your discard. You may. I've got lots of stuff in there now.
Well, let's try Night Gatherers.
What's that?
It lets me marshal characters out of your discard. Actually, no,
I was going to say, he has to have more reserve to play that event, and they are tied at reserve, so that can't happen. We have seen that misplayed on the channel in the past, where it did affect the games big time and swing them the wrong way.
Very interesting.
So they both tie on 7 reserve right now, so that's not happening. Good thing Brad caught it there. Too bad he revealed it to his opponent. That's a possibility.
So this will be 2. I react.
He plays Arya, obviously getting the dupe on Arya from her ability. And Varus comes in for 6 gold, straight up. Gonna use his stealth, I'm sure. Threaten the Varus. Just another body.
Alright, collect my marshalling. Collect 8.
Varus is still good, just with his stealth even at this point. He starts stealth and past that Martell's characters with intrigue icons hitting that hand. That's what he wants to do. Get rid of those tricks out of hand. Just gotta watch out you don't fall for the ones that are hidden in the discard pile instead.
Alright, 2 coins.
So we have Orphan of the Green Blood marshaled in for 2. She's going to get 2 bestow on her. So she can return characters back to hand. We may see that Knight of the Sun get put back in hand at some point to get that Venomous Blade back. Maybe not, though.
Over to you.
So I will declare intrigue challenge.
Okay.
Also that, so we got Intrigue Challenge, stealthing the Southron Messenger for 3 strength. So with that Orphan of the Green Blood, it's able to put characters back in hand so that if they come in off flea bottom like Arrow Hota, he can go back to hand instead of going to the bottom of the deck. And then maybe get discarded in the future for taxation or just ambush back out into play and do his effect again. Maybe he gets hit on the Intrigue claim and goes to the discard pile, even better.
Unopposed.
And Venomous Blade grabbed on the Intrigue claim.
Try a military challenge.
And Arya coming in, military challenger 2, stealthing past the Knights of the Sun.
No, that's fair. Let's see. Pay 1.
And here we go, Flea Bottom Hota removing Arya out of the challenge.
Remove Arya from the challenge. We are at 2 used ones.
So now the option is possibly the Night's Watch player doing a power challenge here. He's got a 5 strength Knights of the Sun across the table and a Southron Messenger plus the Orphan of the Green Blood. So that's 9 power he's got to try to get through.
I'll do a power challenge.
So 3 strength power challenge. Waymar Royce coming in here. And the unopposed is blocked using the Orphan of the Green Blood. So 6-2 for the Night's Watch player.
Alright, so let's start off with a military for
So
5.
5 strength military here with Arya Hota.
Unopposed.
Alright.
So no defenders.
Unopposed. Claim.
Claim him. I'll try to react.
Okay.
So Mace Raymond saving Waymar from dying for claim, using his ability. So I think you just do Intrigue here with Southron Messenger, goes unopposed, and then Knights of the Sun can still win a challenge on their own against the Bear Island host.
Points. Last of the Giants in, unless you want to cancel it.
Last of the Giants into Jack and Hagar. Now that Eamon's down and his save is out.
Comes into play, we'll put
This is gross.
on these 3 people.
So we're going to see Varys die here most likely.
Do we kill Ferris or do I kill Mace
Aemon or Varys is what Alex is deciding between here. I think it's Varys now, but Aemon would be something. I mean, I don't see Varys popping off here. It's going to hurt Brad a lot more, I think, than the Martell player, depending on what they have in hand. But
So Intrigue of 5.
so now we have an intrigue here with Jack and Hagar.
Reaction to winning. We are going to kill Mace Raymond.
And Mace Raymond is the target, and he's dead.
And then we're going to get... Oh, and then... Yeah, not yet. Alright, unopposed. Claim is 1.
So he grabs a Rose Road on claim, and now he has Intimidate from Last of the Giants.
Keyword,
And he's going to intimidate the Bear Island host.
Bear Island host.
And now he should be able to easily get an unopposed power challenge.
Power of 5.
And a 5-strength power challenge with the Knights of the Sun.
Unopposed. Claim. Sadly, does not have renown yet. Alright, and now... I've got a couple of actions. Pay a coin.
He's going to return Hota back to hand instead of the bottom of the deck from Fleet Bottom there, using the Orphan of the Greenblood. And he's going to do the same for Jack and Hagar. Oh my god. Love it. I love it.
And then... that's
And those
pass
tokens
it
should
off.
come off of those characters since Jack and Hagar left play, so Arya and Varys aren't targeted anymore.
Dominance interrupts.
No.
Okay.
Until we have another Last of the Giants.
I have to discard 1 card. So I'll throw away Aereo into my discard.
Hidden Taxation. Hota's back in the discard. Surprise, surprise. Ready for a Flea Bottom trigger. I'm sure this Night's Watch Wolf player Brad here is looking for those frozen solids to get on that Flea Bottom. Assuming he's playing it.
Those poison tokens are gone, by the way. Not that-
Oh, they go away if he's...
Once he leaves play. Yep.
Okay.
And we have March to the Wall into Annals of Castle Black.
Interesting.
So we're looking to play events out of the discard pile here, and any that enter the discard pile will be removed from game due to the Annals of Castle Black plot. And we all know what March to the Wall does. Sounds like the Martell player chose the Nice Watch player to go first after winning initiative. And Waymar Royce gets marched, and so does the Southron Messenger, going to the discard pile, ready to come out with a Flea Bottom if needed, sending a monocon character back to hand.
Mutiny. Neat.
So Mutiny at Crasher's Keep can be triggered out of the discard pile. They're just checking what can be done out of each other's discard piles here. Last of the Giants is possible to bring in Jack and Hagar later in the turn after Night's Watch player's done some challenges. We'll see that same kind of play again, I'm sure. Assuming the gold is saved for it. That's why it gets a little scary with that Annals of Castle Black, unless you can really take advantage of it or make sure that it really, really gives you much more of a benefit than it does your opponent. You got to be careful.
We'll try Night Gathers now.
So now we should be able to get Night Gathers off.
And actually, it goes out of play.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So,
I learned that one with the Iron Throne.
okay, so then I can use Ocean Road as well. So let's start with the...
Now Brad's going to marshal characters out of his opponent's
Okay.
discard pile
Give you this
Okay,
over here.
okay.
using Night Gathers. So he's going to try to take out some good targets here to benefit himself and maybe get out some targets that would have been there for Flea Bottom. So we see Frozen Solid. He grabs off the Green Blood Trader Steel,
That one.
and he puts Frozen Solid on the bottom of the deck. What?
I'll play that one.
And he puts his own Flea Bottom into play. He'd rather have Flea Bottom than Frozen Solid.
Now I need to
Play
see
my
your
limited.
discard pile.
And he plays a Rose Road for a limited.
And then we'll.
May I look at that while you...
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so...
I think you want to put Hota into play so that your opponent can't do it to you.
Big idiot with the red icon. Plus, this will stop you from.
Yep, he thinks the same way I was. Put Hota into play, stop it from happening.
Very fair.
Power, intrigue. We need another power. Loses an icon. Oh gosh. Fewer than 2, so 1. They're both pretty good.
So looks like Brad's deciding between the Southron Messenger and the Dornish Spy which one to marshal out of his opponent's discard pile. He's got to think of which one does he want, which icons he needs, which strength does he want, which effect does he like. I don't think he's getting the effect right now, though, but which effect does he not want his opponent doing off of a Flea Bottom? That's really the question.
Yeah, we'll get
And Southron Messenger is what it's going to be.
Yeah, I suppose. So, yeah. So that's my marshal.
Alright. I will collect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The Rangers have, they all have power, so that's 5.
Two coins to play Iron Throne. Keep 3.
So Iron Throne and sits on 3 gold. That's it for the Martell player. Over to challenges from the Night's Watch player.
You have no coins, by the way?
No coins.
No Flea Bottoms.
So we would push for Dom.
No Flea Bottom this turn. That is correct. I am going to.
5 more is 12. 4 more is. And you got.
So Night Gather is actually a good answer to the Flea Bottom meta. Makes sense why Brad brought it here. Take away all those characters that your opponents playing Flea Bottom are loading up in that discard pile. Help protect you from them. So Intrigue for 1 from the Green Blood Trader.
Actually, I think I'm going to let it push to Dom.
That's gonna have to go unopposed.
So no defenders on the Intrigue challenge. And he grabs Jack and Nagar on the Intrigue claim. I'm sure he wanted to play him later in the turn and do some damage using that Last of the Giants out of the discard pile, but that's not going to happen. Unless he has another copy, but that groan did not sound like he has another copy in hand.
I'm going to do.
Action.
Or yeah, you.
Now that I know what that's going on, let me think for a second.
Sure.
Yeah, no, go for it.
Okay.
No action.
Let's do a power challenge.
So power challenge with Arya, stealthing Knights of the Sun, 2 strength. Orphan of the Green Blood looked like a blocking for the unopposed what's happening here.
Block 2. Alright, so I have no actions.
Okay,
For,
I have no
alright,
actions.
so, reaction to losing. I'm going
So
to...
his Viper's Eyes out of the discard pile, of course, Annals of Castle Black.
I'll try to handle.
And we get a Hand's Judgment, also leaving the game there, off Annals of Castle Black.
That goes away.
Alright, so then I just play one off of you.
You get a power. And you're now at 7 to my 6.
Now, so I would have to. Yeah, I'll declare a military challenge.
Okay.
So military challenge with Aerial Hota coming in for 5 strength. Knights of the Sun's only 5 strength, so he's not going to be able to defend successfully with what is on the board right now.
Unopposed. But I do claim.
No defenders, and claims the Orphan of the Greenblood.
That's it for my challenge.
How the money goes. Alright. The bottom?
Yep.
Here it comes.
So Dornish Spy coming into play out of Flea Bottom, looking to remove an icon.
Reaction to her coming into play, we are going to remove Bear Island's power icon.
So Bear Island host loses a power icon.
Oh, I'll spend that coin. Also. Intrigue of...
And now 3 strength Intrigue coming in off the Dornish Spy. Southron Messenger can block for 2, so can Varys block for 3, so it could be fully defended.
Okay. I win.
He's going to block just the unopposed, and a Doublestone Knight goes for claim. No gold on the Night's Watch side for him to be able to use Flea Bottom right now.
Power 5.
And a 5 strength Knight of the Sun. Power challenge. Unopposed block by Southron Messenger.
So that's my win. So I get claim and renown.
And Knights of the Sun has renown now that there's more 3 or more plots in the use pile.
Spots.
You'll get.
Hold on. Got some. Alright. I'm going to play Iron Bank will have its due.
So Iron Bank will have its dues played out of the discard pile using Annals of Castle Black, removed from game. House card Nelt. Dornish Spy goes back to hand.
To get 3 gold.
And 3 gold gain for that. What will that gold be used for? That is the question.
I'll pass for Dom, which is going to be my 5 to your... Oh, no.
13 to mine.
And dominance for sure, the Martell player having 5 gold and the Iron Throne there.
Alright. Dom, do you... Okay, do you have any dominance actions?
No.
I... Also no. Alright.
I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy.
So no use for that gold off of the Iron Bank has its due. Or will have its due.
Got to discard down to 6 cards.
And more taxation discard here for the Martell player. Let's see what he puts in the discard pile. I'm assuming that Dornish Spy will go in there. So we're at 7 power on the Night's Watch side. And it looks like 9 power on the Martell side.
I'll discard these 2.
Okay.
And Dornish Spy, and I didn't see what the other one was. I think it was another copy of Flea Bottom put in the discard pile. And Wildfire played on the Martell side.
Alright, you have an issue.
That's not a bad call right now.
So I think I want.
March to the wall on the other side, trying to get that Knight of the Sun out of play.
Yeah.
But return that Venomous Blade back to the hand of the Night's Watch player.
I go down to 3, and then we. Or no, because we each march one. If mine goes first, then I'm down. Go down to 3. Yeah, so I'll be first player.
Alright, and you're going to choose which plot to go first?
Tomorrow.
So Night's Watch player chooses himself to go first and triggering March first.
Yeah.
Okay.
March first.
And Knights of the Sun get marched. Venomous Blade back to hand.
My hand.
And Southron Messenger getting marched back to the discard pile of the opponent.
Interesting.
He wants to kill those characters, though, so they don't go back to the discard pile.
Bear Island Coast.
And he marches the Bear Iron host
These 2 will.
and keeps Hota and kills the Southron Messenger and the Greenblood Trader.
Dead characters. Draw 2. Hey, look at that.
So we should get 2 off of each of those underground vaults, sorry, since there's a Rose Road out across the table, making Wildfire Assault a 5.
Money, money, money.
So lots of money for the Night's Watch player to work with here. Does he have the cards, though? So East Watch by the Sea. Going to let him draw a card if he's got high reserve at the start. Reaction start of dominance, I believe, is how that one works.
We'll go ahead and...
We got Messenger Raven put in for 1. Helps some card draw. We see 1 card left in the hand of Brad there, the Night's Watch player. So all the gold, but not much to do with it. And only 1 character on the board after that wildfire so far, and it's not a really impactful one. And a Tumblestone Knight. 4 gold saved on the Night's Watch side. Over to the Martell player with an empty board of no characters here.
Exciting thing at top decks, more economy.
Got the Blood Orange Grove there.
Yeah, it's a good start.
I will also react. Actually, I'm going to say Arya.
So if East Watch by the Sea is based on high reserve, I think the Night's Watch player only has 6 right now. And the Martell player, due to the Iron Throne, has 7. And we see Marcella Baratheon put into play. As long as there's no kings across the board, she doesn't kneel to defend and gains renown. I think doesn't defend during power challenges. But she also has renown.
1.
And no power icon now on Arya Stark due to condemned.
A action. You do not. All right.
So now we have some gold for Flea Bottom on the Night's Watch side. What's he going to put into play here? It's like a Tumblestone Knight.
Cards in hand.
Not sure why doing Flea Bottom now is the thing. Like that Tumblestone Knight, I don't think is really... oh, I guess, sorry, Arias doesn't have a power icon, so he does need that to get a power challenge through. He will need both of those guys.
It's all pass.
And no challenges from the Martell player.
I'll declare military.
Oh, they're passing pre-challenge actions. Sorry, he passed pre-challenge actions. I was going to say, the Night's Watch player is going first. So Flea Bottom coming in here. And it brings a Bastard Daughter on the military to block the unopposed against Hota. And I'm sure die and just hit that last card in the Night's Watch player's hand. Or he has no cards left in hand. Yeah, he had 1 left and it was just a Tumblestone Knight. So that was, there's nothing there. Now an Intrigue from Varys, stealthing past Marcella.
Gonna go unopposed.
And no defenders on that. 8 power, I think, on the Night's Watch house card there, slowly sliding out of camera view.
That'll be it.
Okay.
And that's it for challenges from the Night's Watch player. Over to the Martell player for their challenges.
Intrigue's not as good. Can't win the power.
So no cards in Brad's hand. You hear Alex talking about no claim on the Intrigue. Power can be blocked by the Tumblestone Knight. Goes to unopposed Intrigue.
Claims you have nothing. And then I'm going to pass. Dominance is going to be my 8.
Actually, he goes
Goes to the bottom, right.
So
that's
Tumblestone
gonna
Knight
be
to the bottom of the deck after Flea Bottom.
So now
Wait, 2, 4.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's a
So
tie.
tie on Dominance. No one gets it.
Alright, dominance action.
The Raven will go back to hand, drawing a card.
Seems solid. No hand.
Okay.
Any,
Nah.
you sure?
No more shenanigans.
You don't want to discard the board?
Alex trying to tempt Brad to play his Varys here, but doesn't feel like it's needed yet. So I think we're at 9 to 8 right now.
Alright. March.
And March to the wall plate on the Night's Watch side, of course, getting rid of Marcella.
Alright.
So 2 March in this Night's Watch Wolf deck, similar to the previous one we've seen in this series of videos. And Tumblestone Knight gets marched.
I'll draw my 2, 3, I'm first?
Yep.
Okay. Sounds good. Did I draw? I did not draw my 2.
Oh, okay.
I drew my 3.
You drew your 3.
But I had to be weird about it, and so.
It's all good.
So only 3 gold to work with on the Martell side here. Martell player going first.
This game had like 10 a turn.
You got a lot of cards, though.
I do. But it'd be nice to be able to play like a card and then also do tricks.
And Knights of the Sun making a return.
Yeah, and
Underground Vaults only getting 1 gold this turn. And over to the Nice Watch player for his marshalling. Mr. Raven making a reappearance here.
Yeah, 4 for that guy.
And Bear Island host back again. Getting a bestow of 1, I think.
Okay, so I guess now I have to actually learn what the bestow
Yes,
does.
he can pull a gold off, so he's like Jaime Lannister.
To not kneel.
Yeah, for any House Mormon, but he's the only House Mormon.
Themes to
So
be found
I'll
later.
sit on Flea Bottom Gold.
Alright. 1 coin for
So 1 gold saved on the Night's Watch side, most likely for Flea Bottom. You can see that gold spent off the Bear Island host there to make him not kneel to attack during military.
Power of Force.
4 strength power challenge off Knights of the Sun.
Let's
Only power icon on the board right now is that Bear Island host. So we got Flea Bottom bringing in a Tumblestone
you
Knight.
don't have any gold, right?
I have 0 gold.
Okay, for this guy, I will. Oh, you're at renown also. Interesting. Oh, that's fine. I'll block. But you'll win.
So block for 4 with the Bear Island hosts, claiming 1 power. Knights of the Sun should get renown, I believe. Although that renown won't stick around too long, I'm sure. We don't see any gold saved.
The renown should be on him. Yeah, I just noticed that.
Oh, I see. Took the 2 power, but put 1 on the house card, not on the character.
Pass.
Okay. Start off with an intrigue.
So intrigue challenge, stealthing the Knight of the Sun using Varus here, 3 strength.
You have some shit. But we'll let it go.
And Arion is grabbed on the intrigue claim.
Stop pulling my good stuff that I can't afford.
I will. I'll try and military.
And a 5 strength military coming in for Hota there. Looking to kill that Knights of the Sun, but Iron Bank's coming out. I figured that was coming. Put him back to hand to get some cash here.
And unless you have any stuff on the... Where was he on up? 4 points.
Alright.
And then unopposed. I have a pre-challenge action.
Sure.
So now he's got money for Flea Bottom.
Flea Bottom. Oh, this should be nailed.
He's going to try to get Hota back to his hand, I think, here. If the Southron Messenger's in play. Nope. See, Dornish Spy.
Bring in a Dornish Spy.
Gonna remove an icon.
And we're going to get rid of his power icon.
And Tumblestone Knight loses a power icon.
If you have no other pre-challenge actions, I do.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend
Venomous Blade for 3.
3 coins. Put a poison token.
And the Messer Raven will not make it through to Dominance to go back to hand to draw a card. That's interesting.
No draw. And alright, no more actions.
Okay.
Why did he steal the power icon off the Tumblestone Knight?
Or actually, he'll die.
So, okay, yeah, let's do this end of the face stuff. He goes back to the bottom.
Okay. So that goes.
Is it still my die, I think?
Yeah.
You're 4 to my 8.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Dominance to the Martell player here. Putting him at, looks like 11. And I think we're at 9 on the other side for power.
Yeah, and then we are.
So somehow the Martell player just keeps eking out just a little bit of power there.
Limit of 11 cards.
Alright.
And staying ahead.
Last plot.
Last spot.
And here's plot number 7, Retaliation into Valor. Uh-oh.
Alright, so you're first.
So it looks like the Martell player knew the Valor was coming and was fine with it. Varys is going to die. So no worry about Varys coming from the Night's Watch side.
That is sad.
Now with Retaliation showing on the Martell side, no claim on the Night's Watch side. The Martell player has a chance to close this out or at least get closer to the win here and kind of tighten the screws here on the Night's Watch player and gain a bigger lead.
Okay, so I'm first.
Assuming he got the right icons on the board. Arya stays around saving herself but does not have a power icon. Only military right now. Or no, not even military. No icons. She has no icons right now. She gets the military off having a dupe.
I guess we will Frozen Solid on.
Frozen Solid on Flea Bottom, finally. I think that should have been the choice. When we saw Flea Bottom on the Night's Watch side and the Frozen Solid off the Green Blood Trader, I think he really should have took Frozen Solid there. That would have caused a lot of trouble for the Martell player. I think that was the wrong choice, to be honest. I haven't seen Flea Bottom really do much here on the Night's Watch side at all. That really is affecting things. And we have Osha and a Begging Brother with no gold on it put into play. 1 gold saved, most likely for Flea Bottom on the Night's Watch side. And we have a Desert Scavenger put in off the Blood Orange Grove on the Martell side. Does he still have a Venomous Blade he can use there to kill Osha, maybe? Doesn't have to worry about Arya with that attachment on her. He's going to put a Green Blood Trader into play. Or Orphan of the Green Blood, sorry. No gold on it. I think he's just hoping to get a 2-claim power challenge back. But that Begging Brother can block it. Plus what comes in here off Flea Bottom, we'll see. Could be a Steward, Waymar Royce, or a Tumblestone Knight. Looks like it's Waymar Royce.
Okay. She has she's no icon.
No icons. Oh, right. Okay.
You need the dupe to have that military.
Need the dupe.
So yeah, Arya has no icons, Brad just realized, so he's not doing a challenge with her.
Let's
So someone bumped the camera there. We're a little off kilter. Now we can barely see Brad's power. We're going to assume he's still at a 9-ish. There to 11 on the other side. Still see most of the cards. We should be all right. Hopefully someone fixes the camera here. So Dornish Spy coming in and stealing an icon here for gold to put her into play.
Only she had a power icon.
Just needs to take away one of the power icons, I think. That's still not enough.
So instead, what we are going to do is take the Begging Brothers power. We're going to do a military of 3.
So it looks like Night's Watch player passed challenges. Begging Brother loses a power icon. 3 strength military coming in from Dornish Spy. Looking to get a 2 claim mill off. I'm sure it's going to kill Arya, but then who is the other character you kill? Is it Waymar who's going to go to the bottom of the deck anyway? Is it the Begging Brother? So the unopposed is blocked using Osha.
I will block.
So maybe Asha and Arya are just going to die here.
Well, I mean, he's a card. You can pull him, pay for him, get rid of him. That's your
So I think if it goes to time here, the Martell player is going to end up winning.
This one's got 3 hours left on it, so. But 3 rounds of draft. Yeah, I'm gonna swap it out. Because it's a 64 gig card, so it holds 8.
So he's going to kill the Begging Brother and Osha.
Power.
And a power for 2, block with Waymar Royce.
If I had more coins, I could put in some. But, alright, it's your win. Pass, I'll take Dom.
So Dominus goes to the Martells, Waymar Royce goes to the bottom of the deck after Flea Bottom.
I get a draw.
I am at 5 reserve.
I'm at 6.
Oh, that doesn't. Yep. You get to draw.
So he takes a card off Eastwatch by the Sea, have more reserve there.
Alright, cycle.
And Valor and Retaliation are a pin, does the 7th plot. We're going around to back to the other 6 plots here to choose. 12 power on the Martell side. I think 9 still on the Night's Watch side. And Varys Riddle into March, so we get a double March scenario here.
That works. You have initiative?
Yeah, I'll have you.
First player is the Martell player.
Sure thing. Alright, so last round.
So this is the last round. Sounds like time was just called. So the attachment for Martell is going to go back to hand, so we can put that back out if he wants. And the Orphan of the Green Bud left in play. The others go to the discard pile. Well, that Dornish Spy is useful. Oh, but Frozen Solid is still on Flea Bottom. Never mind. Never mind. It's not happening. So the Martell player just has to make sure that the Night's Watch player doesn't steal enough power this turn. And he should win it. I think he is in the lead by 3 right now. The Martell player is going first. So based on what icons he gets on the table or doesn't get on the table, we could see the Night's Watch player play characters with the icons that are missing to try to get some unopposed through. And maybe catch up in the power game here, but who knows. Oh, speaking of icons missing, it's Nymeria. And 2 gold saved. So that's going to take away some icons. And since the Martell player went first, he's not able to put out those attachments to remove icons. But Nymeria is pretty good for that. So she can steal an icon and possibly either prevent the Night's Watch player from doing a challenge he wants to do or getting through an unopposed on one of her own.
I think I've got a decent bit of characters in there.
And it sounds like we might have another Night Gathers marshalling here.
Nothing to flee.
Oh, he's actually going to play Guarding the Realm to play a character out of his opponent's discard pile. And it's a Dornish Spy. And a Wildling Bandit. And a Rattle Shirts Raiders. No power icons yet. Uh-oh.
We'll sit on.
I think he does have some in his discard pile, but...
May I see your discard pile?
And yes, Alex thinking that. Same that I'm thinking, so he's going to look through there to see what's there. Maybe save Nymeri's ability for when that happens, if that happens. And a power challenge here, coming in with the Orphan and the Green Blood for 2 strength.
I'm sorry, I had a free challenge. Actually.
Oh, sure thing. Let's back up.
So Nightmares on Nymeria as a pre-challenge action. They rewound a little bit there. So maybe Brad can push it through here. He's going to flea bottom in. Arya Stark, good call. Gets a duplicate when she comes into play. And she's got her military and stealth now.
Power of 2.
And a power challenge of 2. That's unopposed. That will put the Martell player 1 power away from winning. So he's got to block with Arya. Which he does, but that won't allow him to get an unopposed power through. And he still claims 1.
And I am...
So 2 power away from winning the Martell player is. Got 2 gold, but he sounds like he's going to pass. Just got to protect that lead. And we got a military with the Rattle Shirts Raiders.
Trying to succeed. The actions first.
That goes unopposed. We have his Viper's Eyes here.
So, before I declare, or I guess Defender's action, I'm going to put a Venomous Blade.
So Venomous Blade comes in on Orphan of the Green Blood.
And then Poison.
Wait, how much is it?
It's 3. So I knelt Fealty and then 2.
Well, I don't think
You can't use Fealty on ambush, so
That's
that's not going to help him get the Venomous Blade in.
Kill. No fun shenanigans.
So he's just going to save the gold. Venomous Blade stays in hand. Orphan in the Green Blood dies for claim. And that should be an unopposed power. So I think Brad should be at 10 power now. But 10 to 13. And now we have an Intrigue coming in for 1. Should be unopposed. And I'm assuming 11 to 13.
Better if I wasn't frozen solid.
Yeah, the Frozen Solid doing work here for the Night's Watch player, but I don't think it's enough. And Arya going to the bottom of the deck, but she gets saved by her dupe. And Dominus goes to the Martell player, putting him 1 power away from winning. But time was called. That should be it. And the Martell player should have it. They're just checking with the judge to see if time was called or not. But we do know it was called. And they're going to try to start another round, though. Brad's going to try to get it there. But time is called. The judge does call it. So Alex does win and stays undefeated. So congrats to him for going King of Swiss. And stay tuned. We got some draft videos coming up. A couple of rounds of draft that these guys cut to. But then camera issues. So we do not have the final melee on the channel. But you can hear that some of that on the Wars to Come podcast, where a few of the players on that podcast actually came to this tournament. So you can listen to them discuss their experiences. But thanks a lot for watching, guys. We got more Thrones coming up on the channel, L5R. We got some Worlds 2017 coverage. So subscribe. Stay tuned to the channel. Hit that notification button beside the subscribe button to be notified when we post new videos or when we go live. Make sure to click the like button to help other people find the channel. And you can always donate at patreon.com/Rob's Gaming Table. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. See you in the next one.